You're very welcome back. Now, Look Good, Feel Better is a charity dedicated to improving the self-confidence of women undergoing cancer treatment through makeup workshops all over the country. This month, they're partnering with Benefit's Bold is Beautiful campaign, which helps raise much-needed funds for the charity.
Joining us now to tell us more is the Programme Manager of Look Good, Feel Better Ireland, Emily Dunn, and Kathy Moore, who has availed of their services. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for giving up your Bank Holiday Monday.
Yes, I know.
You might just take us back and tell us a little bit about your story, and we really do appreciate you coming in and sharing your story with us. Take us back to, because we were talking about it before we came on air, your story.
Well, it was January 2011 and I was in the shower and I was doing my routine check, as you do, when I discovered this lump is still here and it's gotten bigger. Because, you know, as different times of the month you have lumpy breasts, so it's nothing unusual to feel things moving around and all that.
Yes.
But this hadn't, it had gotten bigger and I could feel it was like a marble.
So this was different?
It was different.
Okay.
So with that, straight away onto the doctor, made the appointment. 2 weeks later, I was in the hospital having a mammogram done and appointment with a consultant, and 2 weeks later back for the results. 2 weeks after that then, Ian had surgery. I had a mastectomy. I had, after that then, followed up by chemotherapy and followed up by radiotherapy. So that whole year, I just handed it over.
Right.
But you were saying that actually kind of suited you because it was dealing with it straight away, no hanging around.
Yeah.
Let's get it sorted.
Let's get it sorted. That's the type of
person I am.
And
that would suit your attitude.
Yeah, let's move on from here. OK, that's it. Let's fix it. Let's move on. Okay. So from the day I had surgery, as far as I'm concerned, my cancer is gone. And I haven't been told anything otherwise than that. I live my life cancer-free, and that's my mindset, and that works for me.
Yes.
You know, and I done everything I was told to do to ensure that I had the proper treatments, and I availed of all the things I should have availed of at the time to keep myself well.
And as well as talking about the charity, which we'll get to in a moment, Emily, important to remind people, it was, I asked you during the break, was it like a pea? Because you often hear it's rounded, you know, rather than just feeling a lump. And you say a marble.
A marble. Mine was like a marble.
Yeah.
Now, there's all different ways of doing it. When my mother had breast cancer, it was just an indentation in her skin.
OK.
So there's very different ways, different cancers, different ways
But if there's anything outside of the ordinary,
anything,
make that phone
even
call.
a different colour,
Yes.
anything, you know, and, you know, you have to do all the standing with the hands, the hips, looking, bending over, looking in the mirror, doing the different ways of checking, you know, do them all.
Do them all.
Do them all.
Get on with it,
and befriend your breasts. Do you know what I mean? You have to, because they have to be your breast friends.
Of course, I like that.
But the message is getting out there, and when it comes to men as well, in terms of prostate cancer as well. Checking yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, people, you're not messing around here.
Oh, no.
They're telling you to check yourself for a reason.
Exactly.
Particularly when you get to a certain age.
Yes.
Because things will start happening quicker. And I think that we are getting better at that, Emily, aren't we?
I would agree so, yes. I mean, Look Good, Feel Better is non-medical. So we leave the medical side to the doctors and the nurses, who are the professionals. I mean, we're a team of makeup artists and professional beauty people, so it runs very differently. However, in my day-to-day work, I meet a lot of different people because I work very closely with the Irish Cancer Society and the oncology nurses. So I do tend to meet a lot of people who scare me when I see how quickly it happened and how much the treatment is involved and the invasiveness of the treatment and the whole giving your life up. I mean, I haven't been through it, and that's why Kathy is the person to talk about these things.
Of course, she's been through it.
I meet the people that it's happened to, and I can only empathise. But I can't really realistically understand it unless you've been through it.
But the workshop that you do is very important, and your experience of walking into a boardroom in Beaumont Hospital with tables all laid out with these mirrors. Tell us what we could expect or what it all looks like.
Well, actually, Look Good, Feel Better is actually in 26 countries around the world. So the format is exactly the same. So while Kathy was in Beaumont with her team of makeup artists and 12 other women who are going through exactly the same thing, the cancer is left outside the door. It's not invited. It's actually just a time for women to just feel like women again, bit of fun, forget about all that invasiveness that goes on. So you're faced with a mirror and there's cotton wool and tissues and everything there laid out, and the girls are dressed in their little tabards saying, "Look Good, Feel Better." And you're thinking, OK, I'm actually meant to do something here. I'm not coming to watch. It is an interactive opportunity for women to get in together. Sometimes if someone is going through treatment, the wigs come off, and sometimes they don't. And we have women who are literally going into their treatment and women who may be actually 2 or 3 years out of their treatment because it's not about the lipstick.
No, of course it isn't.
It's actually about the experience. And as I say, while Kathy lives in Beaumont, there's another lady in Spain, there's another lady in USA, in Australia, New Zealand, Great Britain, all over the world. There's women doing exactly the same thing.
Kathy, at something like that, well, I'd imagine another important factor was that you were in a room with other people who were going through the exact same thing as you.
Yeah.
And almost seeing them at different stages of it.
Exactly.
That must have been hugely empowering to you, though, when you were going through it.
Exactly. I was lucky. I still had my hair and eyebrows when I went in. So that, you know, I was lucky. I knew what I had to recreate. So I had my palette in front of me and I knew that's the picture I had to paint when it was all gone. But there was women there of all different stages, some with hair, some with no hair, some with partial hair. And cancer didn't even come into it. It was just wigs were off.
Yeah.
And
I know taking off the wig can be a huge relief because your head is hot and itchy. So it's lovely to be in a room where you're not trying to put up a front, I suppose.
It's
exactly.
a safe environment, isn't it?
It is a
It's
safe
a comfortable environment, I'd imagine, as well. Because
And
as I say,
it's fun.
And it's great
There's
crack, is
loads
it?
of laughter, loads of
I'd say
laughter.
there is.
There's a little bit of nervousness
Yeah,
at the
of course.
start, naturally, and all age ranges, all nationalities. And there was, in my group, there was an elderly lady who had never worn makeup in her entire life, and she was a bit apprehensive, saying, "I know, I think I'll just watch." And that was fine because there's a lead makeup artist who takes a lady as a model and she demonstrates, and then the other volunteer beauticians, they go around the room and help you then to do what you're doing. So you're going,
But
okay,
even
right?
in terms of that lady, Kathy, that must have been a huge step for her even to go into the room.
Exactly.
And, you know, didn't
and
have
the
to
famous thing is, I
participate,
don't know
just
what I'm
watch.
here for, but I'm here. You know,
Yeah.
that said a lot. But before that session was over, that lady left the room with her makeup done, and she said, "I never in my life felt so good," because it, like, Look Good, Feel Better does what it says on the tin.
And how does it work, Emily, in terms of your... is it all volunteers, the beauticians and the people from the beauty industry?
And actually, that's the ethos of it. These women give up, and men, makeup artists, they give up their afternoon once a month. They maybe do 3 to 4 a year. That's all we need because we're in 15 hospitals here in Ireland. We're literally everywhere from Letterkenny right down the side to Kerry, around Cork, up to Waterford, and then 6 to 6 hospitals in Dublin here. So we're in all key areas and all the key centres of excellence as well. The guys and girls who volunteer actually come on their day off and participate in this, but they bring all the skills and techniques with them. The funding then for it becomes, and that's where Benefit and other companies have come in, we couldn't do it without them.
No.
Of course.
And more importantly, we need to offer a professional, proper service.
It needs to be of a standard.
This
Of
is not
course.
just a, oh yeah, come on, let's throw a bit of makeup together. These are beautiful products supplied by
amazing.
the industry.
And it's free of charge
It's
for
totally
anyone
free of
attending.
charge, yeah. And our aim is to be an integral part of the cancer care, but also to continue the service, to offer it freely, and to reach as many women as possible within different hospitals. That doesn't mean, Simon, that's for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not, but that's okay. It may be for you today. It may not be for you. It may not be for you today, but it may be for you at a later stage. We're there. We're offered, and it goes through, as I say, the oncology nurse and the daffodil centres where the
And if
bookings
you're going
are
to walk
done.
away and feel better about yourself,
It's worked.
given what you're going through, it's just fantastic.
But it
isn't
can't happen without the funding that
Of
happens
course.
from...
We'll put all the details up on our
Oh,
Facebook.
fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
absolutely.
Pink Roller
Big
Disco.
ro-
So looking
big
forward to
roller
it.
disco. Roller disco.
Girls,
the
Roller
Thank you.
disco, yes,
Thank you
is
for
coming
giving
up.
up your time
We'll put it up
and,
on the Facebook page.
Brilliant,
Brilliant.
that's
Thank
great.
you so
Lovely
much.
to
It's
see you.
going to be a
And
great
continue
event.
health.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls.
very
Up next,
much.
swimwear on the catwalk. Fashion is next. See you.
Fabulous.